evening. How y'all doing? We're here in, I've got to have to tell you, this is such a mess here because two things to tell you. The first thing is, this is not tea. It's the Festives and it's mulled wine, and I'm just saying it. That's all, I'm putting it out there. So if I were you, I would tool off, get yourself a cup of anything. Could be tea if you want, could be coffee, could be whatever you want.
Little eggnog?
All it is, bit of eggnog if you're on the other side. Oh, I miss eggnog. Oh, you can't get it for love nor money here. But in America, it's everywhere. Everywhere this time of year. You're like, to there with the eggnog.
Hello, Utsy.
Sherry, you'll be knowing all about the eggnog. And I can't get it. I did get it from Amazon a few years back, but it was like £15 for one of those, you know, boarding things. Shocking. But anyway, yeah, so get yourself a cuppa. Because we're going to have a bit of a lark, are we not, cuppa?
We are.
We're just a little bit like children, just having a nice evening together with not much structure, not much, you know, and that was the other thing. Second thing is no plans. I knew there was something that was good, yeah. Not a
This
plan.
could go very wrong.
Mulled wine and no plan.
Amanda Stockham's in the house.
Anything can happen on the next half hour. That's called from Thunderbirds. What was that noise?
That was Willow. She's got her best and favourite Christmas toy,
no.
which I must now endeavour to remove.
Oh, seriously. Maria researched and she found this. Of all the things, if you've got a dog, there's a thing that's like shaped like an egg. It's about that big. I don't know what about it is like your canine little pals are just off their heads with happiness when you bring these into their lives.
Called an ovo.
Oh, but honestly, and that's all night too. If you happen to spoil them in the shared room with you, you might want to put Ovo to bed before you try and have a bit of a slumber. Because seriously, yeah, good luck on that. We're even getting a chew, biggest chew ever today. That'll keep her happy, but she's found it. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, have you got a cuppa yet? Are you settled? We are going to have a bit of a play. I've got loads of stuff. Go on, show them the desk. Go on, show them this bit.
Oh, no, I'll be embarrassed.
Go on, show them that bit, not your bit, because you've got you're creating over there.
No, I will show them.
You
see the end there? That's my tiny little bit there.
Yeah.
My tiny little bit. Here's Sheena.
This is Monich too. But that's just because you're sitting there and you've got your bit there and you just need stuff. Am I right or am I right? If you're going to freestyle it, right, if you've got a little bit of a plan, you can just get a little bit of this out, couple of them out, couple of, it's nice and tidy. And then you'll still find that the non-craft will come up and go, oh, I couldn't work in that mess. And you'll jog on, off you pop. And it's like, oh, you've got to have the mess. Can you tell I'm a little bit wound up yet? You've got to have the mess. Are you seeing things on the screen again?
I can actually see this time.
Yay, fantastic. Because last time, remember, we couldn't see anything. You were seeing that, which might be a good thing. But apparently we've got little things like, ooh, I can see myself on there. Ooh.
Yeah, best not to look.
Speaking of that, I was on the, did you watch the sales show? That's what it's all related to as well. I've been looking on Create and Craft site and I've been a-buying, as have all the team. Obviously the stuff I've already got, that stuff I tend to have. But looking at other stuff and the prices are just a bit cray, are they not? So I called in today. I don't know if you saw the show at 12:45 with Dino. OMG. Poor soul. Bless him. If you didn't see it, it's worth, you can't watch catch up anymore, but it'll probably be on a blooper. He'd got the start of the show started with him trying to sweep up a whole pot of this. And now any of you who've got this will know it's mighty powerful stuff and it's to be respected and with caution. Take the lid off with caution. Because it's very, very fine metallic powder. Dino thought it was a wax. Took the lid off apparently less than a minute before the show went live. Tipped it up to wax. Everywhere. Literally was a pile of it everywhere. So yeah, just shows. Can't leave him for 5 minutes, can you, bless him? He had a lovely kind of ethereal glow when I tuned in to do a little one of the call a tea call, which I'll be honest, I don't know. Oh, I'd much rather be in the studio, but I'm shielding at the minute. We've got poorly family members and that way we're kind of carers for, so what are you gonna do? But yes, these tea calls, they're tricky because there's always a delay. Sometimes you can't hear what they're saying. Don't know what it is. Do you have a thing to say, Maria?
Sherry Miller is in the building.
You got to, you know, when I'm looking at you in the camera here, like the phone, trying to put it in, what you got to realise is that of a person behind and going into mime mode.
Okay, well, can I tell you?
Go on then.
Sherry baby is in the room.
Sherry Miller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like
Tell you
that.
what,
Yeah, we'll add that next time.
Yeah, we'll add that next time. It's a theme tune. It's like...
Yeah.
Sherry.
Sherry,
Yeah, we've got that one.
won't you have fun tonight?
Got a whole tune, whole song for you.
Yeah.
Show you again. Ooh, lucky
Yeah.
you. Lucky you. Why?
We'll have you on the
Durant
design
knows-
team next.
Durant knows what that's
Yeah.
like. She's
Durant,
got a Durant.
Durant, 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 Durant. Hello, Tom McCormack.
Oh yeah, Tom's drops in regular. We'll have to do another one for Tom. Oh, it could be any of Tom Jones. We could. Here's the other thing. Uti, you're gonna right? Anybody?
Uti is with us.
Uti's with us, and if anybody wants to, vent for the horrors we're gonna put you through, vocally, because we don't care. We can't sing. We don't care. How many of us can? But does it keep us quiet? No, and we're not gonna be quiet. So we're here to encourage all of those others who cannot sing but embrace it, full-heartedly and with gusto. And tonight, because of Uti, family, has kind of requested Do Re Mi. So tonight, me and Cooper are going to be taking on Julie Andrews, probably a bit, with Doris Day, Barbara Streisand and Judy Garland.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong there? We all can barely hold a tune, can't they?
Hi, Donna.
Yeah, we're just going to, basically, we apologise now. So yeah, might never be the same again. I would say kind of try and re-raise what you're going to experience. So yeah, that's the thing, it's Uti's fault. So shall we start having a bit of a play? Oh, I'll tell you what else I didn't do, Maria.
What's that?
I've got those, I'm looking at what's left. There's a lot of the stuff gone on the sale stuff. But today I saw there was the World and Macro. And I've got some lovely cards there. So at some point, I'll hold the phone, not in a minute, hey, hold the phone. And Maria can, just over there in the box, like there. So she can retrieve said cards and I'll show you some ideas. So then, because unfortunately, there's not many cards to show you in the studio. Maybe you shouldn't drink this as fast.
So can I just ask, while she takes a break there, have a sip? Yeah. Somebody's come up saying that they can hardly hear Sheena. Can everybody else hear okay?
Yeah, can you hear me? Are you receiving me?
Over.
Over.
Broadsword to Danny Boy.
Come in, Danny Boy. Eagles at 12 o'clock. No, bandits, isn't it? Not eagles. Sparrows at 6 o'clock.
Sparrows in the headlights.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Right, I need a flurry. If you can hear okay, could you give me a flurry of thumbs up?
If it's just one person, there's sometimes a connection, something whatever. But if there's a theme going on, oh, you know what? You know what's going to happen?
What?
Do you think they're going to tell us they can't hear me when we've just threatened what we've threatened?
Oh, I'm getting a flurry though.
Oh man, you should have said note. Oh, what did you say you couldn't hear for? Now we're all going to get it.
Oh,
we're all going to have to hear the louder volume, aren't we? Thanks very much.
Sadly, they can hear you.
Yay, look at you.
Dum, 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 dum. Do, a deer, a female deer. No, we said we'd start with it. Keep Uti happy.
We've got to start the right way though. Let's
Start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
And we'll finish there. Right, if you look here, we'll revisit it, Uti.
Right, apparently I'm quite loud, rude, and you're not so loud.
Great.
So can you just check that's turned on for me?
Plans out really well. Hang on, things could happen. Yep, smartphone is on the right thing. I'll move my mic up a bit. How about that? I would hate to deprive you of the wonders of my vocal superiority.
Uti says it's a bit quiet too.
Really?
Yeah.
You got lucky then, didn't you?
I wonder if this has anything to do with the volume.
Oh, I don't know. Shall I keep talking?
Yeah, you
testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, enough.
Right.
Let's hope it's okay for you guys. And we're now going into a bit of crafting.
Why not? So here's the thing. I did notice a couple of things there. And whether you've got this particular set or not, I thought we'd play with the set that I know is still left. Because it happens to come in, it happens to get sold out. So if it's sold out, it means you've got it, which is hey, which means you can play along at some point. I'm going to use these little babies here, little liquid pigments. Oh, it's cute, I got hiccups. That'll be the mulled wine. Bad, isn't it? So, yeah, the pigments. Now, these are, I know they've got this set there, and it's a set that was, the set to get is the one you've got. You bought it when I said, like, you get that one, which was the primaries. So, well done. But once you've got the primaries, you could treat yourself to these other sets. There's only 4 in total, so it's not like they're going on forever. Because you don't need to, because we're going to mix them and things. But this is such a pretty set, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to play with them. I'm going to play with these. Now this gold has sold out, and what isn't sold out, Dean's spilled. So what we've got left are the 2. We've got copper and bronze. Bronze is very gold. It's just like a warm gold as opposed to rose gold. And the copper, hello, what's all this thing?
Evening all.
Evening all. Right, so that's me copper, and so that's what we're going to play with. But again, I've got no plans. Oh, I'll tell you what else I've got. Bear with. I'm rummaging behind here. I have got loads and loads of unfinished cards, and I haven't even discussed this with Cook yet. But what I'm thinking of doing is we'll go through them, and the ones that are ready to kind of stick together and just need a little bit of finishing that I didn't get to den, I had them prepared. Things happen, you don't get to show them all, you know, demonstrate them all, or you start them, don't get to finish them. I've got them here, so we'll stick them together and then we'll have a little like draw. Why not? We'll have a nice little, but I can't promise when you'll get them, because as you know, as we all know now, you don't want to go out there. We don't want to go out there unless it's absolutely necessary. So if we can put a stamp on them and stick them in the box, we'd rather do that. There's queue in a post office, not a box. You don't queue in the box, do you? You'd have to be really small to do that. You go to the post office. So please don't, if you win one, it might be weeks, it might be a couple of weeks, but you'll get it. But we want to wait until things calm down after the holidays and parcels start getting sent back and forward and queues and things. And until we know that, we can go out and do a batch of post if we need to. So just be aware of that, okay? You won't get it. Might have to arrive by a carrier pigeon. Little card strapped. Or like a Harry Potter, you know, like a little post there. An owl might bring it.
We're walking in the air.
No!
Oh.
You ruined me Potter moment, man. I was there. It was like you could see the whole thing. You're a wizard, Harry. Don't you pay no mind him, Barney. Can you tell I've had 2 sips of mulled wine? Alright, so I've got all these here.
Now, it still seems that people are struggling with a little bit of the audio. So let me just ask you a quick question, because you're quite good at audio-y type stuff. When you did your live on telly the other day, did you make any changes to the audio within my phone so you could wear AirPods?
That was a technical feat, I tell you. No, not on your phone.
Okay.
We muted the sound on your phone. And this is all we've done, is plug it in as we normally do. What about if I unplug the... I tell you what, right, here's an experiment. I'm going to do this. That wasn't plugged in that well. Hang on. Right. Here's the thing. We need response. I'm going to talk to you for a minute like this, and God knows I can. As you know, fill any gap with any words, random, makes no sense, just waffling. So this is with the microphone, I look like a YouTube kind of review, I don't know. Now this is without the microphone. Think of when you're in the opticians, with or without. With or without. They always say it like that though, don't they? It always goes serious.
Is it clearer with?
Oh, you look, you go, oh, that's not a good look with those
Ah, now you see, people are saying much better, but
Much
what?
better?
But what are they saying much better to?
Yeah, much better. We can hear you. Not at all now. Yes. So if you can hear, you may as well fess up. We'll get you sooner or later.
Right, I need you to say with or without.
This is without.
Because there's a
right?
delay at our end.
Without. This is without the mic. So just say without or with. You heard it before. This is no mic plugged in. Okay. Are we getting responses? There is a bit of a delay.
Right. Yeah, I've got with, better with.
Better with.
Right, plug back in again with microphone.
Right, yes, with microphone.
So I'm probably loud at the minute.
That's with the microphone again. Whoa, this is the half hour. Anyway, well, a lot of you are holidays between the two, so we'll just keep going till midnight. Yeah. We don't need dinner.
Welcome to 2023.
Yay! Happy New Year!
All right, I think we're there, Sheena.
The old wine's cold now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, over to Sheena Douglass
Oh, we're like, that
in
didn't
Cooper
happen.
Studios.
Yeah, thank you. So let's look at this and let's have a play, shall we? Look at this.
Okay.
Come on, let's do some stuff with it. So I'm going to take this palette here. Now, when you're using these little babies, it's always a good idea to get yourself a palette rather than mix them on your desk, because you're going to want to wipe them up. You don't want to leave them there forever. And when you do that, you're going to have to you can waste them, aren't you? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some of these, about 3 drops of each one, because these are proper watercolour, but they're concentrated and they are liquid, which you don't see very often. In fact, I hadn't seen them. They are artist watercolours, but liquid. I've seen the
We searched
tubes.
them out though, didn't we?
Yeah.
Liquid pigments.
Liquid pigments. And pans, we got the pans, the flat, the cakes that you get, which we think of when you think of watercolours more than anything. But these, and you know what? They're really, really less granular than some of your other watercolours. You'll find they're more inky because of the pigment in them isn't grainy, if that makes sense. So I've got them there. I'm going to take a big brush. So if you've got this, what do we call these? The special effects or the techniques? That was it, techniques brush. I know I'm going to put that in my mulled wine. It's all going to look mulled wine colour in a minute. So what I'm going to do first of all, we're going to go through a few techniques with these paints and how to make them look pretty cool. So if you want to create a nice graduated wash, what you can do to make things easier, first of all, tape your card down. Now I've got Willow watercolour here, and it could be Willow white card. Both work great with watercolours. And if you want to have the water so you can look shiny on the surface. Watercolour card by nature is matte. This is a cold pressed, which means it's not super smooth, but it's not super bumpy either, which means it's easier to blend. Cold press will stay, is more forgiving for blending on the surface, and it doesn't grab the paint as much as hot press. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But it sometimes it can be too knobbly bobbly for stampers, but this isn't. So this took some research to get this. And this is Italian. This is cotton content. It's all good stuff. So what you want to do then is look until you see that it's less shiny and it's started to blend in a little bit. Now what I should have said was what we can do is just show you what these colours look like as they are. So this is cranberry. Ain't it pretty? And this is aubergine. Hey, Willow.
And that's Willow.
That's Willow. And then
Where else come?
this here is night sky. Night sky is gorgeous. I love night sky. And see how dark they are, how intense they are. So what you can do, I'm going to probably let's use a combination of the 3. Let's start with night sky and go across the top like this. Now, this is where I was saying time and time again that you want you want a big brush for this. You don't want to be messing around with a little flat brush, because if you do that with a little flat brush, you're going to get lots of streaks. You're not going to get a nice seamless blend on there, and it's not going to look as you want it to look. Oh, she's just determined, isn't she, the little tinker? Right, so we'll pop that there. We could make this look like little hills and whatever. Why not? Let's have an abstract coloured landscape. And then let's go down to maybe a bit of cranberry at the bottom. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So that, say the big brush, that's what you want. You need that big, bold brush to be able to do that. Now, what I'm going to do now, what's better for this bit is toilet paper, to be honest, or a hanky. But I've only got kitchen paper here, so what I'm doing is I'm going to take some bits and I'm blotching in here to lift some bits out for sky, clouds. Okay, and the thing is, you want to be a bit random. You don't want to be too contrived, because clouds, there's no right or wrong for clouds. You know, they don't conform that much. They are what they are.
So this is dry tissue, isn't it?
This is dry tissue, and I've just blotted out, and that's lovely for that. What you can also do is, oh, you know what, I didn't bring any salt through. We could have sprinkled some salt down here, but we could even just drop some water on here. I can't even see if there's anything coming off the brush here, but we'll see. And if there is, then you can just blot this, and then it looks, you can get it to look like little maybe flowers in a field.
Karen Griffin is in the room.
Karen Griffin from Gryffindor. I'm still on the Harry Potter theme.
Yeah, you haven't moved on, have you? Hi, Enid.
Ferverto. Wouldn't that be good if you could do that? Right, so we've got little dots in the thing there, and keep going. You know, it's going to start to dry. The thing is with pigments is they don't lighten and fall bleach. Fade like dyes. Okay, but by the same token, they don't fall bleach as easily. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what you want to do if you want to lighten the card and things is kind of do it now, before you get to before it starts to dry and it sets, and it because says, right, that's it, thank you very much, I'm going to stay there for you, and when you put me on the wall, I'm not going to bleach out in a few weeks, a month, or even a year, because I'm pigment and not a dye, which is great. That's what I want. Right, so it stopped lightening as much there, but isn't that a pretty, already you can say, oh, pretty ethereal kind of landscape, is it not?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we will dry this.
Aisha's with us tonight. Hi, Aisha.
Aisha. That, tell you where I heard that song? Stevie Wonder, Isn't She Lovely? Isn't she lovely? Because he sings Life is Aisha in one line. Did you know that?
Isn't she wonderful?
That's the one. Oh, she's singing to me. Can you tell?
No, I wasn't. I was singing to Aisha.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi, Mary Muscardi. Mary Muscardi's in the building.
Muscari. That's like a... Oh, Nana Muscar, wasn't she? The Greek lady who sang... I don't remember what she sang now, but Debbie will. Debbie be smashing some plates and stuff listening to her.
Smashing some plates.
Tippling on the ouzo.
We aim to please Aisha.
Yeah, it's random, and even more random with a little bit of mulled wine.
Susan Bull has joined us.
Be afraid. Yeah, that's because you're telling everybody you're seeing that like this. Seriously, she's bad enough with a cup of tea. So,
cup of tea?
A cup of tea. Oh, a lovely brew.
Hi, Liz.
So we've got that there. Lovely jobs are good. Shall we continue with these paints and do a little bit with those brushes? Because I don't know what the state of play is with the brushes. I know that the essential set dried out. I gotta say, it did dry out. Right, okay. I know
and
what I
she
want.
says Nana Muscuria. Mum loved her.
That's it, Nana Muscuri. Yeah, absolutely. She's the one. See, there's associations, but in a kind of random, fragmented kind of Sheena world kind of way with most things. None of it making much sense to the, more kind of linear thinking person, but that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to make these clouds a bit brighter. And again, we're just playing, we're just having a lot. I'm just doing what I want to do, to be honest, because you can. This is what we're crafting. This is how we craft. Without structure, I'm going with the flow. I'm going where it leads.
We've got Maddie Cooper in the building.
Maddie Cooper.
And she just happens to be my sister. So I'd just like to say, love your sister. Be kind, because I know you have the ability to type. Otherwise, I shall tell everybody that you ate a worm when you were young.
We've already...
Okay.
Right, so I've got this round brush, okay?
Yeah.
I've taken some of the water out of it, and I'm just... Actually, you know what? fan brush. You can do clouds with a fan brush as well. But what I'm doing is I'm just pushing this like this. Where those are already, I'm pushing, stippling kind of thing. And what's happening, because I'm picking up the paint just on the edge of the brush, it's kind of forming that, you know, that harsher line on the outside of the cloud, so that it looks like you've got a few like in front of the other.
Hi, Lenora.
I can't think of a song for that one.
And Sin Berridge is watching. Hi, Sin.
You got me there.
I love it when there's new names.
Yeah. Lovely.
You know Madeline's going to kill me, don't you?
Oh, don't tell them anything else.
Yeah.
Don't. Because once it's out there, isn't it?
She's just saying, actually, a bit ago, that she's gone into tier 4, which means she can't enter or leave, can she? So I think I'm safe for a bit.
Well, yeah, you are. But, you know, eventually, good news about this new one, though, eh? Eventually, come on, you know, there will be an end in sight, and we can do this all together instead of in a virtual fashion.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got some clouds going on, quite pretty. What we can also do, we could emphasise those. I'm just playing. I'm thinking as I'm going. I'm not, well, I'm thinking in me, you know how that goes. I'm going to dot a few bits here, because I want those little, this is where you don't want to wear anything that you like too much. I got myself a new black shirt, new black blouse, and I did this with gold on telly.
You were covered in it.
I was
like
covered
Dean
in
today, really, weren't
Yeah,
you?
a bit like Dean. Trouble is, Dean at least didn't have anything mixed in with the powder, because once before you mix anything with it, it's just a powder, and eventually it will, like, you know, give up, and it'll not stick. But once you have mixed it with a binder, so like by binder I mean a bit of glue, a bit of whatever, you've had it. It's gonna not come off. And actually, if you really wanted to stay on your clothes, you can even mix it with fabric medium. How about that?
So you're just kind of pushing your brush,
I'm just pushing the brush, yeah. And you can just go ahead and just intensify
so effective,
it.
Though. It's really nice. If I pull back, it's really nice.
It's pretty, thank you. Just have a play. Do the top. What?
I've got to come back to that. Hang on a second. Willow, shush. Kath Gorton.
Yeah?
I dreamt I went on a Sheena workshop the other night, but I stole all the brushes.
Brilliant. Oh, bless you. Will, shut up, will you? I'm going to blot these a bit now. Just want it to look a bit like, you know, pretty flowers in this abstract world of ours. I'm going to try that. So is this giving you a few ideas, a few techniques? Nothing I had planned, but, you know, I'm liking it, so I'm going with it.
Peter's watching.
Peter?
Yeah.
Which Peter would that be?
That's an unfair question.
Oh, okay.
Agoston.
Oh, okay.
Agoston.
Okay, because obviously there's, you know, all right. Hiya, Peter.
Peter Agoston.
Okay.
Welcome.
Cool. Sounds like a cool name. I like it. All right, so we've got that there. What we're going to do now is have a little drink of this. And we're going to paint some lovely flowers. Now, you've seen this before, and some of you have done this before with great success. You have been rocking this technique. But what I'm going to do, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it with gold. At some point, I'm going to do the normal on it. But then I thought, do I even want to do the normal? Yeah, let's do the normal. By normal, I mean the colour we normally use, right? So I'm going to use, but they're not the colours we normally use, because I'm using, have I got water on there? Didn't want to dilute it. See the way it's all going like that? Oh, that's because I've got some water on my mat, which I didn't want. But hey, it's there now. It is what it is. Pop that in there, a little bit of that on there. Now here's where the foreground, if you want the foreground, you want it stronger, so we don't want this diluted. And I'm going to use my fan brush.
Gillian says she misses your workshops.
Oh, cheers, Gillian. I love the workshops, because we really, like, if you think we misbehave on Facebook Live. Oh. But that's what it's about. It's about having fun and having a laugh, Maria, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, what we're doing it for if we're not enjoying it.
You did a virtual one with Maddie the other day.
I did. You know what I'm having to think? Which is a little bit like, you know...
Good job you sat down.
It is very good that I'm sat down. Steady now. We could maybe, let me know what you think of this. Give us some response, guys. How about if we run a little competition? And all you're going to need is a smartphone. Because with Maddie, what we did is we did it via, you can do it via Zoom, you can do it via Skype, you can do it via FaceTime, by WhatsApp. And basically, we talked a bit, and then I put the camera overhead and we talked while I was showing Maddie what to do. And then I picked the camera up and Maddie showed me what she'd done. And I went, ah! No, I didn't. It looked amazing. It looked really, really cool. So what we were thinking is, would that be of any interest if we could run a little competition? Because that's something we don't have to leave the house for. We can all do it from where we're at, can we? Mm. And I'll do a little one-to-one kind of thing with you. So what I'm doing now, can you see how the brushes are coming into effect? So this now is the liner brush, and I'm thinking long, tenderly leafy things. All right. Is that a good response to that idea? Is that what you're liking? I'm seeing things happening.
Lots of hearts, and that would be amazing.
I think it would be good fun because, it's going to keep us going while we can't go anywhere. And we can still have a little bit of a workshop, but it'll just be thee and me, whoever the thee is. Uh-huh. And obviously Cooper, because, seriously, wouldn't be a show without punch, as my mother used to say. So we'll pop that. I say it's nice and strong, nice and dark. Now some of these are going to have little flowery things. I like it just like that as well. I really like it without the flowers on it. Just little bits, and just you want to think random. And I like to think of like tall at the sides. Some of them could be little twiggy bits. You could do little bits like that. Could be like a like a little twiggy tree thing going on. But you see how I'm holding the brush up really upright and hardly any pressure is the secret to your success for this. I'll make that
is that perpendicular?
I
don't know.
I don't know. It's not parallel,
No,
it would be
parallel.
flat.
No.
I would just say upright is what I would say. If you want to use the long words, I'm not your woman tonight. They ain't happening. So you see how we've got all these little branchy twiggy, and it looks more wintry. If you want to make them more like brackeny kind of woody little bits that have got nothing on them. I was going to put some flowers on this, but I'm kind of loath to now. Maybe just do some gold dots on it and try this on another one. We'll see.
So when we can get back to a little bit closer to normality and hit the road again for workshops, somebody's asking, can we do any in Lancashire?
Lancashire? Up. Yeah, definitely. Because further north, I don't know where I am. Here in the Evesham. I haven't a clue, can't understand me. You want to see me trying to order a takeaway here with this accent, you're getting out you want.
That's somebody with Susan Clamp.
So yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, we'll try and do that. I'm definitely up for that. So that would look really pretty when we take the thing away. I think we should try and let's do a couple of flowery bits in there as well. Why not? Let's go completely over the top. So this is where we could ruin that. I love that there. So if you remember that, and this is where when you're playing, I would say take a picture of this now if you think you're going to go next stage. And this is what I would say to Maria as well, this is what happens. I'm going to share. So she's a happy little, I've got to share this as well. Happy as Larry doing our Monnet the other day. An homage to Monnet, right? And she's going to try the Degas and Surat and all your impressionists. Yeah. Well, I ain't dressing in a tutu for you, pet, and doing any pirouettes. You'll have to do that from your head. So what you also need to know is that for Christmas, one of Maria's things I bought were some noise cancelling headphones, which are extremely efficient. Now, you all know, both of you who are watching, hello, both of you, that would like to sing, do you not? When I say sing, you know what I mean. And
when you've got these noise cancelling headphones on, you have no concept of volume, right? And you know, when you've got somebody singing, like, you know, she happened to be singing along to Glenn at the time, you know, a bit of Clamble,
like a
bit of Glenn. We like a bit of Glenn. So you just hear, and I'm in the living room trying to escape, failing miserably, and all you hear now and again is cowboy, rodeo, letters from people I don't even. They're nothing. And I'm like going, oh, right, I think that's Rhinestone Cowboy. But because she couldn't hear herself, yeah, she can hold a tune, I gotta say, can Coops. It was quite painful. But I didn't want to say anything because she was having a lovely time.
It wasn't painful for me.
No, you were having a great time, pet. So I thought, I'm not gonna burst a bubble here. I'll just put my headphones on and all will be well. It was a lovely sociable evening. But yeah, just be warned if you go any of these noise cancelling things, don't get drawn into singing along. It doesn't lead to good things. So what I was going to say is the other thing, which was the thing before I went on the tangent. So what I'm doing is dotting this, and I'm using the lighter and a darker colour. I could use a bit of white in this as well, which I'm going to, just to make it, I want to come off there, so it looks a bit, and maybe a little one coming across here, because we don't want it to look like they're just staged, you know, we want it to look a bit more natural. Maybe that one there will intensify. If you like what you've got, but you think, no, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to do something else, I'm going to see what it's like, because, you know, carpe diem, you've got to do it, haven't you? Take a picture of when it looked good, because it might not look good with your next brave, very brave, but, you know, discovery moment. You could win, you might not win. That's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles with this lark, isn't it?
Nikki's just dropped Pat in it. Pat used to sing 9 Stone Cowboy.
Oh, misheard lyrics, we love that. Oh, we do that often. We're in the car singing along, aren't we? And then Maria says to me, I go, what? I've been singing that for years.
If you don't know the words, make them up. That's what I say.
Make them up. That's some brilliant ones. But there's also songs that you know, that you sing, right? And then you get another word in your head, and you can never sing the real word, like Chiquitita, right? I never can do that. I had to think about that, because it's always chicken tikka in my world.
Yeah.
Chicken tikka, tell me what's wrong. Yeah, you see?
Janet and David are watching.
Janet and David.
And Rhiannon.
Oh, Rhiannon. Oh, why you're talking. That's a cool word. That's a bit like Fleetwood Mac-ish, isn't it? Brilliant. We got some great names here. Not word, name. It's a name, Sheena. It's not a word. All right. So can you say we've got some little bits going on? What I want to do as well is, this is me just thinking as I'm going on. You see, this is what happens. Debbie and I were talking about this. When you see me demonstrate on the telly, I've normally gone through this playing process. Have a bit dabble, do this back there, do that. No, not thinking, you know, not having to pre-plan it. Just go with it. And then, and that's what you do. You just try it out and go with it and say if it works, and mix colours and maybe use them, maybe not use them. But when I come to do TV or workshop, this is where I've then done all the experimentation, and I thought, right, well, that works. So I've made it more like a formula so that I can show you what to do. Whereas at the minute, when you're freestyling it, that's what the thing is, isn't it? It's experimentation and seeing what works and what doesn't. And so that's what I like about what I do, about my job as well. It's play, but it's also teaching. And to teach it, you've got to break it down and make it teachable, if you know what I mean. You can't be just like, oh, well, you do this, and why? Well, because I just do. It's like, no, why? Hello, I need to understand. And that's it. So what I'm doing here, for your understanding, is I'm looking at bringing a lighter tone in there, making it look, because that was really ended up quite light on those flowers. So I wanted to balance it out a bit with some lighter texture in the foreground as well. So we've got that there. Now, Remember that, because it could look hideous from now on. I'm liking that. What I'm going to do next could spoil it. Every stage is like, this could be where it goes wrong. But I do like that. When I take this away, it'll look very pretty. And we'll do this as a giveaway as well. Okay?
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, this is where we're going to bring in a bit of bling now. Did I slurp that mulled wine? Did I? I'm so sorry. I should have held out my pinky too, and I did not. Forgot I had a microphone underneath my chin.
And you got white paint all on your face.
Have I?
Yeah.
Brilliant. I once had a gold nose on the telly. Yeah. Sheena, the gold nose crafter. It's not like it's a button thing either, Maria. The whole studio lit up. This was reflecting. Where's the white paint? Did she have me on?
No.
Don't go. What? Wow, wicked. Yeah, the whole was because I had used Gildan wax and I'd wiped my nose and I had a bit itchy nose in between shots. Try to be discreet.
These are splatters from where you've
Right. Well, this was a white like that. Oh, itchy nose.
Yeah.
And it come back on and it was like, boing. Lovely. Gold nose. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. We're not finished.
Oh.
All right. So I'm going to take this metallic powder.
Hi, Gail.
Right, we've got two colours to choose from. I'm liking the copper. The copper is where it's going to be. Oh, look at that with that. Copper and purple looks lovely, isn't it? In fact, that's what I've done in the dining room, isn't it? With a blind colour.
Yeah.
Then you're blind. Would you went with this kind of colour? And it just works, I think. It works a treat. So what I'm going to do... Now, this is where I don't like to use my new brushes when I'm mixing these. So it's where I'm inclined to nick Maria's.
We had a blind man come round the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, but you say that...
I helped him in the house and it turned out he was selling something.
But you say that, bless him, and you imagine him turning up with a stick or something, don't you? A blind man's coming. It's like the Blackadder episode. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. Right, so that's the powder. It's not going to stick. Best will in the world. It's not going to stick. So we need a bit of glue in there.
So not just water, because it just rubs
water.
off when it dries.
Yeah, now this glue here, yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure, oh, you know what, this may not even come out. Ah, look at that. It's
unscrew the top.
Yeah, I think I will. Any glue, don't use your good glue, use your cheapest chips glue for this, because it's just going to act as a binder. I'll take that out there. I'm going to do that, because if I put my thing in it, I'm going to have loads of gold, bronze, copper, whatever it is, in my glue, and I don't want that either. So I'm going to take the brush, water this down a bit, not too much, about that, just a little bit of water, and I'm going to mix that in like that.
Look at that. I love it when it does that.
Doesn't it? It's just like
it's
mercury,
just molten,
but copper or anything like that. DCI Vera Stanard Pet here. There you are.
Would glycerin work as a binder instead of glue?
No, glycerin would work to if you're going to use embossing powder. It's great for that, but it's not a glue. It's just something that can cling to and then heat the plastic, melt on the card, but not. You need you can use those tacky glues that are for foiling things that don't actually dry. You can actually use them, brush them on, draw with them, whatever, with a pen. Then when they do that tacky dry, and dust over with the powder as well. That's lovely. So I need a bit more. Right, so I'm going to try that. Then let's do this.
Could you mix bronze and copper to make
you can mix them all. Yeah, you can mix away your heart's content. Yeah, all of
Can we
these.
try that? Have we got the bronze and copper?
I've got the.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that in a sec. Then let's do this.
Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah, so this is going to look. This now makes it look more like a modern texture kind of painting. It suggests the landscape. It's not a literal, but I like that. I like the fact that it's it gives a hint to a pretty field with growing things and twiggy things and flowery things, and then when the light hits this bit, it's going to look all pretty and reflect, but it's not immediately jump out and in your face apparent like it would be if it was embossing powder. The light has to hit across it for you to be able to see it. So that's how you're going to use those powders to paint with. And if you want a glaze, we'll do a little background. We'll do a sponge background in a minute and play with that. Know when to stop. If you do too much, it's going to be too much. So we'll just maybe leave it at that. I've mixed up too much of this stuff, but because it's glue, because it's PVA glue, I'm literally just going to have to wipe this up because you can't re-wet this stuff. It's not like the pigments where it's like a gum arabic binder. It's like the glue that, postage stamp. You just lick it, it just wets again. Right, well, this an acrylic binder, which is in acrylic paints, mediums and things, that always dries to a plastic. So once it's dry, it's water resistant and you can't break it down again. Break it down.
Break it down.
Okay. So shall we see what we've got here?
Yes, for sure. Now, Tom says he hasn't got these products yet. So
right, Tom.
We're not here to be selling you anything. But I would say, Tom, that these are within the sale on Create and Craft at the moment. Yeah. And there's lots of stuff on there for crazy prices under Sheena's range. So.
Some of them are crazier than others. These are reduced. Some of the stuff was like half price. It was like, wow, definitely. And there's still some on there that are half price. So bear in mind, we're going to be using these things, whether you see it on telly or not. Like today, I couldn't get in the studios, but that's why I said, let's do a Facebook Live. Now, can you see the bling on that?
Yeah, it's lovely when the light captures it. Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, tip it back. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Well, Willow likes
it. That's enough, thank you.
All right, isn't that so? You can do that. Look, no stamps required, just the product. You can, if you want to put a flower, a butterfly, anything over that, you can. But with just that abstract suggestion of those things, you've made your own absolutely original piece of art. There's no influence from anybody else. You've seen the technique. It's going to be different every time you do it. Got nothing to do with me other than you bought the products I've suggested for you, and I really like that. I think it's so pretty. That could be put in a frame. You could sell them, gift them. Yeah? I think the copper just set it off. Who said that, Tom? Yeah, it does, Tom. I think so. But I think the copper was the right colour to go with it. It just fits in really well with the colour tone of it.
Right, can you take that?
I
can.
And
get rid of little lady.
All right, I'm going to look there like that. Look. Whoa, look at me. Whoa, she's trusting me with the camera.
Show me other bits.
Whoa, show me other bits. Yeah. Oh, you can't leave me for 5 minutes, can you? This is where it goes downhill, guys, rapidly. No, she's had half a cup of mulled wine. So what we're going to be doing next is I'm going to sponge a background with these colours, and then we will sponge the metallic over the top, so we'll go completely abstract with it. Well, Maria goes and gets them in to bribe the little one. Obviously, there's other colours. Look at these other colours. Oh, look at all that stuff we were playing with. I'll show you that. That's the butterfly, look. I coloured in with Maddie the other day. This is done with the pencils, and we didn't do any blending solution with that. I got loads of these we can stick together on cards. I've got about 3 of those I've coloured in already. So this is what I'm saying, like you. I've got all these little bits I've been saving to go on cards. But there's all the other pigment colours, but definitely don't miss these. These are fabulous, guys, if you can get them. And Maria's back. Have we bribed her sufficiently?
I've shot her in the bedroom. She's not going to be happy.
Is she?
She's playing with Ovo.
She'll be happy if Ovo's there. Yeah. I mean, that's as brutal as it gets with the baby, isn't it? In the bedroom. It's hardly like, out in a kennel, is it? Bless her.
That's like the naughty step.
That's a naughty step in the bedroom. Think about what you've just done, young lady. And when you're ready to talk about it, you can come out.
But not until I say.
Yeah, I haven't humanised her at all.
No.
So let's have another play.
Okay.
Let's look here.
Okay.
So I need another piece of card, which I had. Bear with while I find some. I've got loads of bits and pieces here. Could even use the back of another bit of card. I know I have plenty cut. We'll do a sponged background, why not? Let's use that bit of watercolour card.
Hello, babe.
I've got all these bits like you, saved. You don't want to throw them out, you keep them, don't you? Cut them up again. And we'll come back to them as well. So, right, I'm not going to take this one down, we'll just play with it. So shall we use those same colours? In the copper, let's do that. Let's see what those 3 colours look like with copper sponged. So, different...
can we try mixing that rose gold?
And the other one, we'll do that when we come to that bit, yeah. So I'm going to put some colour out. I'm going to use all 3 again. La 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 la. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. 4 bananas make a bunch and so do many more. Just had to happen, didn't it?
If you're of a certain age, you'll remember that.
Yep. Right, what you need, you want your colours down there. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying it this eventide? If you are, show us the love. That's what they say. I've been watching your YouTube things and it's like, yeah, show us the love. Yeah, thumbs up. I'm not doing that whole, they do that on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, all that. Oh, no. Right, okay, so what I'm doing, I've got my sponge. Right, now you'll recognise this, those of you who are of the domestic kind of type of inkling, you know, type I avoid as much as I can. In fact, if I get them, that's what I do to them, I cut them up. I go, ooh, crafting, art. So I've cut them up, because you know, natural sponges, you might not want to use natural sponges. It's a thing, isn't it? You might want to. But also, they cost more money. These cost next to nought. So you pull bits out of them, add some water, take some water off. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can, if you want them more subtle, you can wet the card first. If you want them stronger, don't. But have more water in your sponge. Start off with less, because then you can flood them out a bit. I'm going to start with the lightest kind of colour, which is this cranberry colour. And I'm going to sponge in this. Now, you don't want it to look like back in the day with Lawrence, when, you know, of Llewellyn Bone and the fluffy ruffled cuffs, right? You want it to look more, I don't like that white card showing through, because it looks quite hard, in my opinion. So I like it to be more kind of filled in, like this, okay?
That's quite a good effect, that.
Oh, it's a really good effect, and all you do is just keep going over a little bit more, so there's no none of the white showing through, but you still get that. And I'm doing it, can you see how I'm doing it in big bands? I'm not doing a little bit here, a little bit there, bit like I'm on it, right? Because then it looks too kind of abstract and everything looks the same. I want like seams of different colours like going through. See the darker coming through like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks kind of marbled and very diffused. That's the word I'm looking for. I want it diffused. I don't want necessarily white card showing through. I'm going to put a little bit more of that dark colour in there, which is the Midnight Sky.
Enid and Sherry love it.
Excellent. Thank you, ladies.
Willow's still in fine voice from the
Yeah,
bedroom.
she's protesting. Hello, excuse me. Doors seem to have shut because she can't comprehend being locked in anywhere. Hello, terrible thing happened. Doors closed, ladies. Assistance, please. Paul's not working for this one.
She knows we can't be left on our own. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Poor child's
really.
very worried.
Oh. She's the responsible adult, isn't she? Oh.
Mottled is a good word. You're
Mottled.
quite right, Eve.
Like mottled the hoople. Roll away the stone. All the young dudes. Right, some of you'll know what I'm talking about. Not Mottle, it was Mottle the Hoople, not Mottle the Hoople, but it was that association in my head.
Right.
Right?
Okay. We're supposed to be doing show
Please
tunes
let me
tonight.
know. Yeah, we're doing them all, Maria, come on. So
what
that's
we
how I've
want,
got this,
Sheena.
this
Ooh,
kind of
look
whole
at
kind
that.
of. Now, if you want it stronger and a bit more intense in places, you can go for it now. It's drying a bit more now. It'll be a bit more, you can layer it up is what I'm saying. So if you want it less pastel-y colour, a bit more intense, less water in your sponge, a little bit more colour, and then you can go over and bring out a little more intensity.
I've got to tell you,
What?
ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Cooper is in the house.
Benjamin Cooper.
All the way from Germany.
Oh, look, do you recognise these, Ben?
Oh, look at those, Ben.
Yeah, it's not Glühwein, but it's mulled wine. Hello.
It was a year ago.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oh, how things change in a year, eh?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Right, so we'll pop that there.
But we've kept you going, haven't we?
Yeah.
With some crazy Facebook Lives.
Yeah, really, if we're willing to show ourselves up to this degree, come on. Yeah, you know what? This is a woman who would never, ever be drunk enough to be able to stand up and sing in a karaoke. And then you just do this because I'm blaming Cooper. And then you think, what did we just do?
I got
What
you
noise
singing
did we make?
Well, Well, it lifts your spirits. I find it lifts your spirits.
Well, you know what? To be honest, I sing all the time. When you're driving to Peterborough and back, I'm like a banshee on the road. It's hideous. But it makes me happy. It lifts my spirits. I don't do sad songs. I do happy songs. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I think it's a good thing to do, is it not?
Angela
Not
says
for the
we
listening
kept them
people.
Going.
Thank you. Good. That was the plan. We want to, make the best of this situation, eh?
That's all we can do.
So I'm not going to go too much more. Be careful about overworking this, okay?
It will all end up brown.
It will end up just all, eventually if you mix, you get brown. But with these, you'll just end up with the same overall colour. So, by overworking it, that's what you're going to get. So be careful of that. So to add more texture in this, we've got stamps that we can do that with. We've got different, we could faux bleach a bit out. We could add a bit of, you could put gesso on this. You could put a little bit of the white gouache on this. You could do that. Let's put a bit of that on. Why not?
Welcome to the educational madhouse. I like that.
Yay! Well, who wants to have a sane educational kind of programme? Come on. We don't want that, do we?
No.
I couldn't do it. I did for a while, I had to. My job. I used to train it used to be orange. The future's bright. The future's orange. And you've got to behave yourself to a degree. When it's like, worky kind of environment and stuff. But
what's this?
We still had fun because I believe, the things I remembered at school was the teachers that made me laugh and made it a bit interesting. And I still stand by that. So I'm putting a little bit of the gouache on here. So if you got that highlighter kit, I think they might have sold out. These were all stupid prices. The brushes, no wonder there's none left again. I hope we haven't got to wait ages to get some more in, because you buy them again. Now they're kind of, they're great, but they do eventually need, refreshing. So I'll do my best to make sure that we're not for a long period of time without them again. But so again, what I'm doing is just looking and trying to build a little bit of contrast and interest in this background, so that we've got a little bit of the bit more white. You can just keep building it up. We'll dry this in a minute, and then we're going to go over with some metallic as well. Wow.
Moira says that laughing is a good medicine, and that's what our singing does. What do you think she means?
Well, it's good. I say this it's a give it and then take it back. The give it is, that's good that it raises its spirits, and then they're about, what you saying, pet?
Yeah.
I can't sing. You're laughing at her.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, she is.
Willow's laughing at us from the bedroom.
Yeah.
I can hear her. There could be no bedroom door left. I can hear her scratching.
Oh, nice. Lovely. She usually, to be honest, when she accidentally does get locked in, because she likes to hide in the spare bedroom. We told her years ago that was her room, didn't we? And she believes it now. So, and she likes to lie under the bed. She loves to be like a little den, like you do when you're a kid, like a tent in the living room, a fort. So she'll lie there like, you can see me. The humans haven't a clue. I'm stealth mode. And then, but some, you shut the door, you don't know she's there. But she doesn't bark to be let out, does she?
Nope.
And yet she barks if someone dares to walk in her street. How rude. Right, I'm liking this. It's very pretty and easy peasy, would you reckon?
Lemon squeezy.
Lemon squeezy. So it doesn't look like old school sponging. It looks more like marbled. You know what you can do?
Thanks for dropping in, Jan.
You could drag your liner brush through that and make it look like veined kind of marble effect. I'm sure Debbie was saying, I think, was it your granddad, Debbie, who used to do that professionally? How clever is that? Like the faux finishes and things.
Yeah.
I love that. I looked at all of that years back. Used to play with that and use a scumble glaze and oil-based things and a rag rolling kind of thing, and fabulous. But of course, you can bring those principles into your card making as well. Just tweak it.
Jan's had to leave. She says cheerio. So
cheerio. Toodle pip.
So long.
Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Adieu. Adieu. Ben's watching. To
Jan and Jan and Jan.
Just Jan.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone else is staying with us.
Yeah. No, you can't leave.
Thank you to the other person who remains.
Yeah, well done. Great, thanks.
She's seen it through to the end.
I'm it now. You weren't quick enough. Right, do you want to look at this?
No.
Want to look at that?
Yes. Oh, Linda and Anne are with us. Hi.
Hiya, Linda and
That
Anne.
actually is cool.
So
I like it,
what
yeah.
we can do now is we can we'll put a bit bling on it.
Oh, no slurping. Oh, it looks like the Milky Way, Gillian says.
Yeah,
The
galaxy
sound of
far,
music.
far away. That's where my planet is, isn't it? Our home planet, Maria, somewhere in that,
somewhere in the
just
middle
in
of there.
constellation.
Yeah. You scare me sometimes.
I get you most of the time, let's be honest. Right, so we'll use the copper again. And the gold, because this is what you requested.
Debbie says that her granddad used to paint with a feather.
Yeah, feather, I did that when you drag it through the glaze. Ooh, and you twist it a bit.
Wow.
Ooh, and it looks amazing. Yeah, fabulous. I tried it. Obviously, it wouldn't have been as good as your granddad, but you know, you give it a go, don't you?
Mother says it looks like a galaxy. Space.
The final frontier. Brilliant. You know, I was scared at the start of that. You know that alien with a really scary head and the big eyes? That used to really scare me when I was a kid. Yeah. When you think how like futuristic was it that you had your like, and now you got like your watch that does that. You know, everything does so much more than just, you know, well, you can't get beamed up, fair enough.
No, I don't think that's that far away.
I don't think so.
Another 20 years.
Yeah, I'm looking for that dodgy brush just because I don't want to use me good brush. I wouldn't use, this is where if you can get the brushes, even though you may have some already, when they come back, get another set. As I said before, use one for dodginess, the ones that you've used for a bit. Dodginess, dodginess, the greatest gift that I possess. Can you remember that one?
No.
It was Ken Dodd sang that. Of course, people across the pond will have no idea. And if you're a certain age, you'll also have no idea.
Well, he was
And if you've got the sense, you'll not admit to being that age to know about it. So
he
I'll
was
probably,
famous for his tickling stick
He
as well,
was.
I'll say.
yeah, how tickled I am, missus. Absolutely. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in that again. Oh, look at that colour. That's nice, isn't it? Look at that. Oh, it is like a rose gold, a darker rose gold. This is where, you know, when you got one colour, I likely want the others, I'll be honest. And these, I used to do this years ago, right? My nephew, Craig, he was amazing interior decoration, design. Oh, his place was stunning. And he had a great eye for bargains. So he found this bust of like a Roman god. And he also found a completely mismatched Jardinier stand, right? Like a Roman type column Jardinier stand. Both completely different colours. Like one was white and one was like red or some burgundy. But we had this plan to bring them together. So what I did, and this was years and years ago, way before the telly, when I used to play about with all these different techniques, there was a place up north called the Stencil Library, right? The Stencil Library, and it was amazing. They made fabulous stencils, and it was way Hexham way. And they would sell this kind of gold powder, which was the only place I could see it. And it was what sign writers would use, and not, you know, yeah, commercial stuff. It was the people in the know had this stuff. And so what I did was I painted the head and the plinth black. I used chalk. I'm sure I used some like blackboard paint at the time because it was really adhered well, matte finish, and it needed to stick well. Well, now some of the black gessos are really tough. You could probably get away with that. So the whole thing black, and then I mixed this powder, and this same as this that you can do, with a varnish, like an indoor, either a water-based or an oil-based like varnish, a durable varnish. So you've mixed your own gold paint. Use a brush, a largish brush, and then dry brush it. So put paint on it, take the brush, and then you flick over the whole thing, like that. And it looked bronze. It looked amazing with the black base and then the bronze over the top. Fantastic. So there you go. Everything all right, Cooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beverly Strickland's watching.
Beverly Strickland. Right, so shall we look at this now? You want to look here?
Sure.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. I'm going to take this stuff out of the sponge. And then get a little bit of water in it, not too much, and then pick this up. And now I don't want this everywhere. I want this to follow a kind of a seam, a constellation, a thread through there.
Susan's asking, will we still be able to travel to Create and Craft with the new restrictions?
Well, aren't we? We aren't, to be honest. The next show, I'm planning on it being another one from the dining room. But you want to see what we've got set up here, so we'll give you good visibility. It's not like this. We've got overhead. I don't know if you saw the last show from home, but we really worked a lot, Maria, didn't we, to get that so that you could see well with it. So let us know what you think if you saw that. The team said, wow, it looked, really, really clear. Some of the shots were even clearer, they thought, on the overhead, because we got really close up than even on the proper show. So that's what we're doing, because we're not. We're actually not in the highest tier. So technically, we shouldn't be anyway, should we? Where the country's all mostly 4 now. We're still in a 3, which is in the minority. So it just doesn't make sense to go asking for trouble, really, does it? If it's not 100%, you got to. Plus,
exactly,
we're shielding because of not only us, but
Mum and Dad and
absolutely, yeah.
family.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to dry that there, and then dry this, and then show you what we've got. Now it's up to you how you can water that down more, you can spread it out more, you can put it over the whole thing if you want, but I quite like that with like the seams through it. Again, it looks a bit kind of marbled and constellation, and you put a bit of glitter on that as well if you want. It's all about mixing it up. You don't have to just use that in isolation. You could pop a bit of stickles in that, and I know Maria would say yes please, because you never pass a little bit of glitter up, do you?
I don't, but that's blingy enough.
Well, I'm going to put a little bit on that.
Stuff. I love that.
Oh, it is fantastic. Yeah. But if you want to do a little star swirl in there as well, look.
Oh, that's kind of gone blue. That's really pretty.
Some of the stickles, I like that kind of special effect thing. Yeah, she's kicking off, isn't she? She's being naughty.
Yeah, Peterborough's been in tier 4 for a while now. That's when we said enough. We can't put people at risk. Yourself included as well, Sheena.
Absolutely, yeah. So let me dry this quickly and I'll show you what we've got. So this is just an idea of a freestyling it, having a bit of play, no plan. But obviously you can tweak things, tweak what I've done. Go, I don't like that colour, I'll do it with a different colour. I wouldn't put the glitter on, I'll put a different metallic on it. That's what this is all about. It's not like carbon copy this one, it's like, this is what you can do.
Yeah, have a play. And these are always available after the fact as well, because they stay on the main page and on the inkets.
Absolutely. So can you see how we've got that now, that gold? So this is the source of the light streaking through, but the gold's kind of emanating from that.
Wow.
Bit special effect, isn't it? Hey, Spielberg, eat your heart out.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, liking that. Look at the bling on it. I like that stickles on top of the gold. Looks cool. Let me know if you like that, and then we'll pop that to one side. Somebody may, I know the butterfly. You see, this is the thing with something like that. What you really want with that is kind of a silhouette. Things get lost on that background because it's so bold. The background's so bold, so it's more a silhouette or something you need to go over that. That you could probably get away with because of the colour, the tones and things, but.
And a sentiment or something.
A sentiment would be great. Like, the words. Hang on, we've got these. I don't know if there's any of these words left, but seriously, the word today, but they were selling out during the show.
Sale, weren't they?
Yeah, they were going during the show. And these are just, they're just new.
I'm going to have to go and have a word, Sheena.
We'll just let her out. She'll just, you know what? You got dogs, they bark. What are you going to do? Yeah, it's hardly like a polished production number here, is it? Let's face it. It's not like it's just let the side down, really hash it. Well, that's gone a bit like wonky. Well, there. But you can imagine something like the words over it would look more appropriate, don't you think?
I do. Why don't you do a little mix and match with your flowers and butterflies on there whilst I go and have a little
with
word.
like the gallery, like the vision on. Can I sing the music?
Nice and steady now.
Oh.
Two hands.
So I can't do that. Oh, look, it's all over. You're all feeling a bit nauseous now.
If you hold it further up.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is hard, Maria, doing that with that.
I know it.
Hang on. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. This is why you might want to close your eyes for a little bit. The love boat. Do you feel like you're on? Soon we'll be making another. Yeah. All right. Whatever it is. Right. Oh, I'm not even on the thing. I'm trying to pick these words up as I'm going. Look, there's no way that's going to happen, is it? Not with one hand holding this. Oh, Maria, while you're there, do me a favour. There's a box on the top of that pile there. Could you grab them over and we'll show them a couple of cards as well. We'll colour a butterfly in as well with these pigments. Just let you see how that works, because we've done a bit background, colour backgrounds. Let's do a bit of colouring in. And then we'll put a couple of these cards together per chance. How about that? I'll go a bit further back. Ooh. Oh. Ba-bum. Right, I'm going to hand it over to the camera woman now. There you go. Cheers, all.
All right, back in safe.
Is it? Well, you see what I'm thinking? There, they're kind of giving it away there, where you now know I don't think that much, but when I'm actually trying to think, go a bit quiet sometimes. Did you say that? Right. A little bit of cold mulled wine. I don't think there's anything in here that's going to match. However, here's the thing. A heads up. Could be on the 7th that I'll have the perfect thing. The team know, do you not team? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. That we've got some silhouette stuff that would be perfect for that. Some dyes, which would go over there spot on. You see the little bird, but with black with a bit of gilded wax on would look really cool, but you'd have to square it off and make it, that's it. I'm not going to continue with that. I think we can move on. What did I say I was going to do now? Oh, colour a butterfly. So that's 2 things done.
Wow. Are we giving both of those?
Yeah, both of them.
Wow.
Yeah, and what we can do, we can do a collab. You can finish the card off. You can put something on it if you want. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sound like a plan? Then we'll send that one out. Send that one out with some bits, and you can have a bit of play. Maybe with a coloured in element as well. Throw that on there.
Oh,
do
pretty.
some tenderly bits, bit of white, bit lighter on it. Look cool. Shall we colour a butterfly in?
Yeah.
Right, I'm looking over here. Find one the butterfly. Okay. Oh, look, it's
There's one.
Yeah. I snapped the antlers off this one. Oh yes, one with his antlers. Yeah.
Antlers.
There you are. I was a bit too eager with a scan and cut with that one. Now I'm gonna get my settings right. That one better. See? Spot on, isn't it? With a scan and cut, I've got to say, team, impressed with that. So, shall we do some different colours? We've got those 3. We've used those 3. Let's use some other colours. Yeah. Let's use a bit of purple. And should we go orange and pink and purple? Oh, that could look so wrong. Got no idea what this is going to look like. Dark blue to purple to pink, maybe safer. Oh, let's try that. I'm wimping out. Let's do this. Let's go that one there, which is, that's violet. That's nice. Violet. Of course, you can mix your violet if you've got your primaries, just a bit of the magenta and a bit of your cyan.
Bingo.
And there you go. You're done. It's all good. And then I am going to put a bit of the night sky. I sound a bit like Pamela.
Night sky.
I've made a paper butterfly what is sitting on my desk. And I don't know what else. If you can think of a rhyme that goes with it after that.
I can, but I'm not going to say it.
No, don't.
No.
Faye's
had to go.
Oh, Faye. Well, fair comment. They go on a bit, don't they?
But Pat Burt is watching.
Hey, Pat.
Good to see you, Pat.
Cheers, Pat. Now look. What, one wet colour into the next wet colour. All right. Into the dark. Start with your light to the dark. And then you're going to get, the light's going to stay light. Okay. The other way around, it will end up contaminated.
Is that a Sheena work?
Yeah. Oh, it sounded a bit like, I'd know that silhouette anyway. I'm the little, I'm the lie, I'm the little, I'm the lie. Na 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 na. Me father gave me nose a trick and told me I was bad. Yeah. Worst Cockney accent. We've said that before, haven't we? But that's what it, yeah. That's what it reminded me of. Silhouette. But then, when Brits try and do it. What happened years ago when, Americans tried to be British and British tried to be American? We were rubbish, weren't we?
Yeah.
Now you don't know what's what. Your Zellweger, you would not know she was not British, would you? When you hear her in, Bridget's Own. And then what about House? Apparently, lots of Americans actually thought that Hugh Laurie was American because his accent was that good. Didn't used to be the case, did it? As in Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Although he was brilliant, Dick Van Dyke, wasn't he? We loved him. Ah, Bert. So,
Mags, do you want anything in particular? She says that she's late to the show, but she's enjoying the singing.
oh, bless you. You do realise you've just made lots of frenemies, Mags. I'm going, no, we don't mention the singing. Mags, they all had a pact at the start, saying out about the singing. Let's just go really over the top. Let's do Orange.
Oh, I thought you were going to say with the singing.
No, yeah, with the singing. Yeah. Oh, we had a whole list. Show tunes was the theme, wasn't it? And then we realised, after quite a bit of research, turns out we don't know that many show tunes. No. Well, not happy ones. Oh, some of them are a bit maudlin, aren't they? Dear me, I love Evita, right? But they're not uplifting, are they?
Have I said too much? There's nothing more I can think of to say to you.
Yeah. Don't cry for me,
Argentina.
I used to love that. Oh, another suitcase in the hole. I don't expect my love affairs to last
for long.
I love that. I like Barbara Dixon.
Immune to gloom, and I'm hard through and through.
Oh, you like that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I like that one. Here's one. Consider
yourself well in.
Consider yourself one of the family.
We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. I'll tell you which one I know. There's a little ditty that goes on in the city. And
yeah, turns out we don't know that so well.
Papa, everyone knows. Papa, they'll suppose what they want to suppose when they say Papa.
There you go.
Both of us, there you are.
Can you imagine? Nutty up. She's demanding her do re mi now.
Can you
Came up in
imagine
capitals.
the stage show? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. How about that then?
That's the banter with the audience. There you are.
Get your legs round that.
So,
right, do re mi.
Oh, you see, but you know what? You can do a little bit of like that with that, can't you? It's like you don't have to hold the tune so much. But with Andrews, come on. The woman's singing off the stratosphere. And I ain't going to do that last high note. You know which one I mean, Uti, because you know I've seen the Sound of Music about 5 million times. The bit when she's on the steps and she's going, da-da, da-da, ba-ba, ba, ba. And then she goes with her hand in the air. Right, it's not like that, obviously, but you got to imagine with a hand at that, pointing in the sky, and she does that, not happening.
Oh, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about.
Well, everybody between it will do. Oh, I'll tell you which one.
I don't.
You wait, little girl, on an empty stage, for fate to turn the light on. Go on, you can be Liesl. Your life, little girl, is an empty page that men will want to write on. Then she goes, to write on. Oh, you are 16, going on 17, baby. You're on the brink. That one? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, we've had enough of that, haven't we? I know all the words. Seriously, it's that. Oh, don't get me started on the Sound of Music. Seriously, Uti, you know. Uti,
do you know any Neil Diamond? Do we know any Neil Diamond?
I shouldn't have started going on for quite a bit, didn't I? I didn't think that through. Where it began. I can't begin to know it. Oh, how low is it?
Oh, it goes lower, doesn't it?
But then I know it's going strong. Anyway, Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba.
Good times
Never seem so good. I've been inclined, wah wah wah, to believe it never would. And then we've also got Crackin' and Rosie, get on board. That one, yeah.
I don't know the words to that.
LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. That one. They won. So that's pretty, isn't it? You think?
Very pretty, and that
Bonnie.
didn't take 2 minutes.
Didn't take 2 minutes. It was easy peasy. But I would want to bring it up a bit more. Have to be a bit. You could intensify them. These things, when they're dry, you can go over them again. You can intensify the colour if you want. You can go over them again. As I said, you can put a bit of white in there. Oh, your white pen would look nice in that, wouldn't it? I put one out somewhere. I've got a few white pens here. I've lost my Sheena white pen. I don't know if this one works. Let's have a look. Oh, look,
a bit of black card.
Yeah, I do need a bit of black card. Bear with, please.
If you listen closely, I think I can hear Uti crying.
Oh, bless. Have we ruined it for you permanently, Uti? See?
Well, we haven't actually sung it, Sheena.
Have we not? Oh, right. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Not the best pen. When we read, we begin with
A, B, C.
When we sing, we begin with
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi. The first 3 notes just happen to be
Do, re, mi.
This is where do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And then she says to me about, well, let's see if we can make this easier, right? Pet.
Pet.
We'll do the Geordie version. Yeah, man, I can make this easier.
Do, a deer,
A female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Pen's not working. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to dough. Oh. There you are.
There you go, Uti.
Is that nice, Uti?
Don't say we don't do anything for you.
Yeah.
Uti's going to be my sister-in-law. No, she's not going to be my sister-in-law. What will she
You're
be?
gonna
My
be-
nephew-in-law.
The net-in-law.
Yeah.
You're going to be the auntie.
I'm going to be a great auntie.
Great auntie. Oh, you're a brilliant auntie.
To
You, Maria.
Carl.
Brilliant
Uti,
auntie.
how's Carl doing?
Oh, this pen's letting me down. You let me down. Right.
How about gouache?
I'm going with gouache.
I thought you might.
Let's go with gouache. Oh, my gouache.
I know her so well.
Nothing is so good, it lasts eternally. Oh, didn't we sound lovely then? Perfect situation.
No, it's not so good.
No.
No.
You say you got to say if you're going to be Barbara or Elaine, are you? To me, wanting far too much for far too long. Looking back, I could have played it differently. Oh, I think we should give that a break.
Yeah,
I'm
it goes a bit
shattered.
high again, doesn't
Oh
it?
yeah, I say quit before we do the I love the soundtrack to Chess. Does anybody else know the soundtrack to Chess? Let me know. I bought that when I was living in America and I loved it. Like One Night in Bangkok, fantastic. That was from that. Yeah, really good.
Carl's kicking a lot. Go on, my son.
What?
You could play for
is
Germany
he?
and for England, that lad.
Yeah.
Not even born yet.
Go on, my son. Right, I'll put that there. It looks better with a bit of white on it, then highlight a bit, but you know, you take your time, do a bit more than that. And I think we'll put a bit of glitter on it, Maria. Do you reckon?
Yeah, a bit of glitter.
Maybe the person who got that little background there gets the butterfly as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to go on the same card, just saying, you know, but you can do with it what you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do your thing.
So, would you like any more? As this
Yeah, really.
paint extravaganza continues for the evening.
Bit of highlight on
Hi,
the
Irene.
card. Come on, Irene. Oh, I swear. At this moment. I know it's Irene, but
You want everything.
Oh, I'm getting this devil eyes.
got
Ooh,
devil
yeah. Ooh, don't look in its eyes.
This Is Me song. What's that?
Yeah, no, I think it's a new one that's very, very big. Oh, it's from the one with Hugh Jackman, isn't it? Oh, who said that? Somebody's up for a challenge for, isn't she?
Oh.
We could probably expire trying to sing that one, but pushing it as it is. We haven't got that good lung capacity, have we, Pet? Well, we're getting on a bit. But, you know,
My lungs
asthma
aren't what they used to
bit
be.
of asthma now and again doesn't help you. Yeah, well, thinking more the lines of papa actually. Think a couple of. Oh, I'll tell you what we figured out. We realised that, you know, for talking musicals, Beatles had a couple of musicals, didn't they? Help! I need somebody.
Help!
Not just anybody.
Help.
You know, I need someone. Help! When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. There you go, a little bit of that. Also Let It Be. But then it goes on loads, you know. You see McCartney in concert, he always does a bit of Let It Be. And Hey Jude. Hey Jude goes on for about 3 hours. No. You're not a fan, are you? I mean, I like it, but, you know, by the time you've done about the 500th na 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 na, I think that's you go home shattered. Now with stickles, I've got to be honest, this is how I normally use stickles. I don't know about you.
I've never seen anyone
do
it
like
have
that
you not?
Oh, no. Back in the day when they first started using the old stickles, we were in the know. This is what you would do because they're so concentrated. You don't need to just use them like that because they go so far that, and for your little just a shimmer, bit of a shimmer.
Do you know The Greatest Showman? People are demanding The Greatest Showman. But
well, you've had it, lovelies, because I've never even seen the whole show. And I do like Hugh Jackman. He's got an amazing voice. You heard him do Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Bit like that. It's spooky. It was like you were there watching the film. Gordon McRae. Anybody who watched Shooting Stars would, that's more the style I'm thinking.
Oh.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, I'm liking it.
Ooh, isn't it pretty? It's like the elusive butterfly. That sounds like a song.
Oh, I like that one.
I know you do. You were singing it top again, isn't it? Yes, with your headphones on, darling, making the most horrific noise the other night. It was lovely. With your headphones on, couldn't hear ourselves singing, but volume wasn't a concern. Right, so yeah, look. Oh, look at that. That might work.
If you remember something there that glideth past you, follow close by, heavy breathing. Don't be concerned, it will not harm you. It's only me pursuing something I'm not sure of. Across my dreams, in nets of wonder, I chase the bright, elusive butterfly of love.
Oh, she did the high side.
I chase the butterfly of love.
You went fancy, didn't you? Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it?
That's pretty.
I think whoever gets this, got to get the butterfly as well.
Oh, okay.
And you can square it off and use a little tag with that one or something, like that. Don't know why you've gone all south, southern country like that. You little butterfly, my lover. That'd be lovely, then. Geordie southern kind of thing.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Very pretty.
I like that butterfly. It's bonny. Yeah, that works. All right. Should we do much more? Should we let them go? What do you want? You want to go? You want your life back? Let us know. We'll do something else quick if you want to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, well.
Okay. Do you want more?
Yeah. Honestly, you can. It's like, how long have we been on? About 3 hours so far? Is that 8:30? Did we start at 7? That's an hour and a half, isn't it? Should we wind it up there? Is that enough for you? We can always do more. I've got to tidy this up before we do the show. I kept it all really tidy because, I'm doing the shows from here. Not anymore.
There's a little request I just saw going off my screen there.
What was that? Did you miss it? Did anybody else see it?
Light.
Oh, silvery moon. Is that one?
Yeah.
I love to my honey I'd sing love's tune. So I think
honeymoon.
keep a shining in June. But I think of Laurel and Hardy doing that as well, like with that.
Yeah.
thing.
Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it.
Can't see it.
Oh.
Right then.
Deb says more, please.
More? Is that our Debs?
A bit of Dolly.
Oh, right. You put it. I'm
Yes.
not singing directly to you. It's bad enough that you hear it as a
R-D-I-V-O.
That's not Dolly.
R-C.
That's Tammy Wynette.
Oh, was it?
Hairnet, yeah.
Oh,
And you've got to do a bit of like missing it.
Hairnet.
You got to do it. Because she did that little like, she's a little bit of a happy seal. Anytime Wynette fans out there, I apologise, but that's what I hear.
Right. Dolly. Give us a Dolly thing then.
Go on then. But look there, I'm not singing direct. I'm not singing to the. I'm not doing the
I
whole
wasn't saying,
cabaret.
I was talking
Put
to
it
the
there.
lovely folk out
All
there.
right, talk the lovely folk. We'll look here and we'll do a little. Oh, look, that's a cool background. Oh, that would look right here. Look, found this. This is stuff I had ready. This was for the lily. Should we stick that together and do a card like that as well? I had this, did that on the shoulder. I think it was that way around. We'll stick that on there. And then we will, what Dolly one we'll get? Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Doo-doo-doo. Your smile is soft like summer rain. And Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. There you are. Another one. Doom, 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 tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street the traffic starts jumping, and folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to... Oh, it didn't quite that right. Yeah,
Moving
best
on.
stop. Yeah, moving
Back
that
to
one.
crafting.
Yeah. Leaving that didn't happen.
What's the nice duet she sang with the nice man?
Islands in the stream.
Oh, yeah.
That is what we are. But we've already ruined that one a bit back, didn't we?
Well, you start that ever so high.
Well, I was being Dolly.
Oh.
No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world where we rely on each other. From one lover to another. There you are. Yeah, we managed it. That's it. You got to think channel Frankie Valli, and then you got you're in the right kind of, you're in the zone. Yeah, that's it. Right, I'm liking that. Look there. It was based on one of Debbie's cards. This could be a bit wording thing going on there. I haven't got any
Kath
done.
Wants Lady by Kenny Rogers.
Oh, you're kidding now. Kenny Rogers with a voice like, Lady, hanging right in shining armor, and I love you.
You have made me what I am,
And
I'm yours.
you know.
You okay?
That's it. You get like it's a surreal nod to, isn't it? Keep them coming. We'll kill them all. Right, I'm going to glue that on there. Can't find me glue, me pin flare. Come along, pin flare. I may have to reach around there.
Gillian obviously wants the card because she's saying you sing well together.
Yeah, well, Gillian, that'll get you everywhere. Gillian, it's yours. Pop that there and there.
I think somebody must have said, "What's that awful noise?" Because somebody else has answered, "That's country music, Joe."
Yeah. Yeah, believe that if you will. All the country music singers going, what?
It's Karen Sonnenberg's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
birthday.
Stay Mrs. Miller.
to
Stay
you.
Mrs. Miller.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. There you are, in the style of Mrs.
Mrs.
Miller.
Miller. Yeah.
If you don't know Mrs.
Francis
Muller,
has just joined us. It's not always like this, Francis.
yeah, not pretty. I'm going to send that to you. You can put your own greeting on, make it appropriate for what you want it to be. It will be what it be. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The card is not ours, you see. It's yours now, sera. There you go. See if we can adapt any of them. Can't we? Where? Right, look at that gallery. We'll do another one, then we're done.
One more.
One more. One more. I was a good in here. There's a corker in here, Maria.
Lily the Pink.
We'll drink a drink to Lily the Pink, the saviour of the human race. For she invented medicinal compound, most efficacious in every way. Yeah. There you are. I know some of the verses, but yeah, we'll not go there. Yeah, good choice. We love Lily the Pink. Glue. Bit of glue. Glue. Where do we glue? I wouldn't normally use my glue like this glue for that, because obviously it's for my little fancy die cuts. But as it's at hand, and we'll lose then even more of your night.
Bit of Doris.
It's a good thing you've got not much better to do, isn't it, really, at the minute, you know. They're all out and about again. We'll see nout of you, will we? Oh, did you mention Doris, though?
Happy birthday to you.
I would prefer introducing Henry Miller, just as busy as a fizzy sarsaparilla. Any showman, any smarter operates the Golden Garter, where the cream of Deadwood City comes to dine. And I'm glad to say he's a very good friend of mine. There you are.
Willow.
She's found it. Yeah, she's fine. She's better doing that than barking, let's face it. I'll stick with that, Maria. Let's stick with that. Right. Oh, look, I'm sticking with this too. Yeah.
Can't beat a bit of Doris, Tom says.
Oh, we love it, Doris. Yeah. Doing case for yeah, the other ones are a bit slow, a bit like harder to sing, aren't they? The quicker. I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me.
That's your lot.
Yeah.
Is that Willow squeaking? It sure is.
Right, so what we got here is this is the card with the, this is the one that might still be there, I don't know. I know that the World in Macro, there was some left. This is from that. So I'm going to put that on there, all like that.
Hi Mel. Mel Kings Horsley's watching.
Evening, Mel.
And Rula.
Oh, it's in Lenska.
Well,
yeah.
No, I don't even think it's spelled the same.
Oh, R-U-L-E, no?
R-O-U-L-A.
Rula, oh, cool. Still sounds a bit like Rula Lenska, doesn't she? Oh, and like, tell you who she was married to.
Who?
I'm thinking Dennis Waterman. And Dennis Waterman sang. What did he sing? What was he? He's had a couple of hits. Oh, it's right there in my head. I could be so good for you, to love you like you want me to.
I saw him in the East End. In Oliver.
In where?
Oliver.
Oh, did you?
Musical.
Oh,
yeah.
really? How funny that we're doing musical theme there as well.
Yeah.
Huh. Was he Fagin?
No, he was not. He was the father of
the situation.
He did a solo with "Get Me to the Church on Time."
Well, that was blinking My Fair Lady, man.
Oh, that's the one.
That'll be why it wasn't Fagin in it.
I saw him in the East End.
Yeah, in My Fair Lady, yeah. Well, what do you know? Yeah.
Get me to the church on time.
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, With one enormous chair, wouldn't it be lovely? Lovely, lovely. Would be lovely if we shut up, wouldn't it?
Kath saw him in the pub once. Now there's a
Oh,
strange
I've never
thing.
heard of that musical. Starring role. Pint in hand. Funny who Pew, you see. Knew who I saw in the corner shop last year?
Who?
Oh, what's his name again?
The comedian.
Tall, no impression. Alistair McGowan. Who would have
That's
thought
the
it?
one.
Local spa. Alistair McGowan. Standing there. He's in the queue. Bless him. Doing the right thing.
Well, his
Just
sister
pre-mass.
teaches art classes, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
and we are going to go and just have a bit of play with in her art class, aren't we? When
In
we
this
can
very
again.
town.
In this very town. Evesham.
This town ain't big enough for the
About
both of you, Sheena.
us. Well, you know what? I just want to go and
You're going to
play.
have to move over.
Because Christina, our hairdresser, goes there, doesn't she?
She does, yeah.
And she was telling us about, well, you know what? I just want to go there and just do it just as a participant.
Oh, Tom's
Just play.
leaving.
Oh, Tom, you know, fair dues, mate. You know, come on, come on, you can't complain, can you? You know, you got tenacity, Tom.
So long.
Farewell, auf Wiedersehen, Tom.
Goodbye.
Doesn't lend itself to more.
Tom.
Just that's it. Just Tom.
Adieu.
Cheers, Tom. Though.
Adieu from you.
I'm just gonna give it a
and
try.
Sheena.
Tom.
Now somebody asked, what kind of glue are you using?
Well,
please,
this is just, you know, the I think it's a tattered lace glue, and I put a tiny touch of water in it so that it would come out of this easier. And I bought these little doodles, and I can't remember where I got them from. There's lots of them you can get.
Amazonian.
Make sure that you use the one with a stainless steel pin. If you lose your pin, make sure you get another stainless steel pin. Because if you put the type that ain't the stainless steel pin in, it'll be rusty.
Beyond rust.
Yeah.
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 So could you use PVA? Regular PVA.
Regular, regular PVA will do too.
And water it down
Oh,
the tank.
that's a beauty, isn't it?
Oh, that's a Bobby
That's a
Dazzler.
beauty, that is. So this was coloured pencils. Took quite a bit of time to do this one. And it was based on the lovely Durun, 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 Durun. It's called, as in Debbie, Deborah Durand.
Yeah, look at that.
And right, I'm gonna call that a night there. Now you know we've got what? All up, we've got one card to give away, two cards to give away, another project to give away, and a little painting to give away. I'll sign them all for you, and we'll get them to post. But give it up to a month, guys. All I'm saying, just so that you know, we're not going out there. Really, we're trying not to go out there if we can help it. You know, if we could drop it off even, or we'll find we've got some chunky pigeons in the back garden. They've eaten all the blinking cabbages this year. You should have seen the state of
They
it.
trashed all my veg.
Trashed all of them. We had the whole thing, which had everything to keep them from eating it. You want to see them. They've got a massive family now. They're like turkeys flying in that back garden. They had the sprouts, they had the cabbages, they had the lettuce. We had poles with CDs hanging in there. We even bought blank CDs so we could put them in there. Bonnie shiny ribbon. It looked like a festival, right? Tripping. Didn't stop the pigeons. They loved it. They were having a great little rave
had a
out
little
there in the
giggle,
background.
didn't they, and carried on
eating the stuff. And you want to see the size of them now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They even ate my Christmas sprouts.
Yeah. Oh, when they land on the roof, because the flat roof at the back, you think they had boots on. But I digress, and I'm
They're
not
the
bitter.
fattest pigeons, aren't they?
Huge. Yeah. Thanks to our veg.
So here's the thing, folks. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve,
What?
and it hasn't been the easiest year.
No.
So I want to say from my heart, absolutely from my heart, stay safe, and next year is going to be better.
Yeah.
And we send you all our love from Evesham.
Yeah, it's definitely, I second that. Stay safe. Try to stay as happy as you can. And, you know, just daft like us probably helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craft away. And if you need us, jump on Sheena's Inkette, start chatting, and we'll be there.
Yeah, more something there. All right, lovelies. Thank you so much for your support this year, and we'll speak to you next year. Bye.
Lots of love from
Cheers
us
for being here
and
tonight.
from Willow.
Yeah. She's now quiet, of course.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye.
We're still here. I'll keep trying. You know, the camera's still on you.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Stood on my toe, Sheena.
You deserved it.